Next up, we got wow. What can I say, bro? Wow. Oilers, y'all fought hard, but y'all couldn't come away with it. Now, honestly, it really was Bob. All right, it really was Bob. Let's be honest. You know what I'm saying? Y'all thought Bob stopped being Bob, but no, Bob never left. Bob was just chilling. That's what he was doing. He was just relaxing. But when y'all needed him the most, or when the Panthers needed him the most, he stepped up. And I actually watched the game. You know what I'm saying? We had a little watch party. So I could, it was my first NHL game I ever watched. And yeah, so I seen everything. You know what I mean? There was, I think they said they was doubling McDavid or McJESUS. Can we really call him McJESUS? I don't know, bro. Is he still McJESUS? They was doubling him, though. I can't even say nothing. You know what I'm saying? They really was doubling him. Let me know in the comments, Oilers fans, if y'all still around. Because I know usually what happens is the fan base, they be nowhere to be found after they lose. So if any Oilers fans is brave enough to comment, let me know how you feeling. Let me know where y'all think y'all went wrong and what happened. That's the main thing. What happened? Anyways, though, hit that like button, hit that sub button. Also, too, this is now, since it is the NHL off season, we finna start doing all the highlight reactions, player reactions, history reactions. We can get all of them out the way now, since now that the season is over. So let me know in the comments what y'all want me to react to. I'm reacting to anything. All right, any channels y'all want me to react to? Y'all said react to Ek and I think Johnny or Jimmy, something like that. Those two channels. They do like review as well. Then just let me know the players and stuff like that. Let me know. But hey, hit that like button, hit that sub button.
The Florida Panthers are Stanley Cup champions.
For the first time in franchise history, the Florida Panthers have won.
But honestly, though,
Cup.
The Panthers deserve it, bro. Let's be honest. You know what I'm saying? They deserve it, bro. First time in franchise history. They fought hard. They almost got reverse swept, but they fought hard, bro. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to the Panthers. You feel me? Shout out to the Panthers.
After one of the most entertaining and thrilling Stanley Cup matchups that we've seen in years, the Panthers finally stopped the bleeding by shutting down the best player on planet Earth when it mattered the most. With all the momentum and opportunity for certain players to cement their legacy, it wasn't supposed to end like this. However, when you take a deeper look at the masterclass that the Panthers put on during Game 7, history was bound to be made. In a Game 7, no matter how much momentum is swinging to either side, all bets are off once the puck drops. Coming into Game 7, it was hard to imagine that the Edmonton Oilers weren't going to come into this game with all this momentum and pull off a comeback that we haven't seen in 82 years. With that being said, the Florida Panthers put on one of their best performances when it mattered the most and shut down the greatest player on earth in the process. The first goal in this game would be critical in imposing the other team's style onto another, as it turns into a completely different game once you have to play from behind. Now, earlier in the first, the Oilers have a massive penalty
yeah, that's
kill.
I was late, so I didn't really see the first two goals live. But I seen what happened. I watched it.
And just a few moments after the penalty ends, Carter Verhaeghe gets on the board with an all-time tip to make it 1-0.
That was crazy.
Verhaeghe has struggled in this series, and with only one goal in 6 games, this guy was on the verge of being plastered on the side of milk cartons for being a missing person. That being said, it's a good time to show up for Game 7, and this goal is actually caused by a tiny mistake by Bouchard, who gets caught drifting up too high on this play. With Foegele coming out of the box to make this even strength, the Oilers will get into their box +1 D zone coverage, with Foegele being the +1 when he returns to the zone. Everyone's in a decent position except for Bouchard, who's anticipating that Rodriguez is just going to throw this down low to continue the cycle. For 6 games, the Oilers and Bouchard in particular have seen the Panthers rim this puck down low to continue that cycle game. So as Bouchard drifts up high and begins to slightly cheat towards the boards to anticipate this, Verhaeghe is going to make a smart play to stay in front of the net.
See, that's another thing too, bro. It's like a tricky position. It's a very tricky position. Because it's like on one hand, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's on one hand. Then on the other hand, it's like you can't really expect the other team to just not adjust. You know what I mean? Especially if you're doing something over and over. Then especially to the Game 7, that's when it matters the most. So if say the Oilers was doing something that was working these past few games, then Game 7 when it matters the most, the Oilers try to do the same thing, and the Panthers do something totally different, and they catch them off guard. You know what I mean? And then they can win the game like that. So it's like, I don't know, bro. It's a double-edged sword. You know what I'm saying? Because if it ain't broke, don't fix it, bro. You know what I'm saying? I it's like, honestly, what I would say is, like, do whatever's working, but be ready for them to adjust, bro. You got to be ready. You know what I'm saying? You have to be ready.
And one slight misread combined with great awareness leads to the all-important first goal. That is massive for the psyche of the Panthers.
Wait, what did I just say?
Awareness leads to the all-important first goal. That is
say his name and he appears. I believe it.
Massive for the psyche of the Panthers to get the first one, and it's almost immediately erased by Matthias Janmark-Messier. Janmark has been an absolute force depth piece for the Oilers in this series, and he scores another breakaway goal on Sergei Bobrovsky. The Oilers have had a lot of success stretching out the Panthers in games 4 to 6, and here they do it again to catch Florida being too aggressive. Janmark has been a slippery devil with this play, and he has the awareness to hang high as this puck is played below the Oilers' goal line. In past games, the Panthers have picked up that high guy and has created space for the Oilers, but here they just totally missed their man, and Janmark goes backhand-forehand to tie this game up. Now, if Florida wanted to win this game, they needed to shut down the Oilers' ability to create off the rush. Looking at the numbers in the past 3 games, the Oilers have outscored the Panthers 10-0 off the rush and outchanced the Panthers 19-6. In our Game 6 breakdown, we talked about how the Panthers started to get away from their game a little bit by hesitating on their dump and chase because of how well the Oilers were breaking the puck out and torching them on the rush. In Game 7, the Panthers responded by having far better support on dump-ins to limit the Oilers' options and stuff them before they can even get a chance. Here Skinner comes out to play the puck, and he's got options on either side to quickly get this puck north. In the previous 3 games, Skinner's puck handling has been huge for getting the puck north quickly and evading the Panthers' aggressiveness. But here, a slight hesitation and an inaccurate pass puts this Oilers defender in a bad spot. Then the Panthers' puck support and tenacity take over, and it creates a good chance. As the Oilers go to reload on the transition, Nurse has the right idea to change sides and find space in the middle, but the Panthers' pressure just forces the time to be off and creates yet another possession change.
Like, honestly, like this last game reminded me of how the Oilers looked the first 3 games. It's like the Panthers was just very hounding, you know what I'm saying, a lot of pressure, and the Oilers was like second guessing themselves, and you know, because they were so used to getting pressure that now they're second guessing themselves. They're shooting shots that's not perfectly timed shots. You know, they're rushing their shots, they're rushing the passes. You know what I mean? That's how they looked out there. Not gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? Now, at the end of the game, McJESUS was trying. You know what I'm saying? He was trying his hardest. I give him that to score. But it was too late by then, bro. I mean, it wasn't too late, but, you know, it's still too late, to be honest, bro. You know what I'm saying? Y'all should be doing that the whole game. I wonder if he'll say it in here. But I don't know. It's like the Oilers was just like, they look like the old Oilers, bro. Like, y'all agree or what?
But the Panthers' pressure just forces the time to be off and creates yet another possession change. When the Panthers are at their best, all 5 players are providing support and options off the cycle. If the Oilers have the chance to create on the transition like they do here, the Panthers D were able to consistently step up and create a turnover for a chance of their own. This type of play can't happen if Montour doesn't feel comfortable stepping up and having the support of his F3 back to do damage control if he whiffs on this attempt. Now, with the Panthers shutting down the rush game for Edmonton, ironically, it would be a Panthers goal off the rush that will haunt the Oilers for the entire summer. Right after the Oilers get an unbelievable chance to watch this puck dance in the goal crease with no one there to bang it home.
My God.
Edmonton gets caught with 3 forwards deep trying to keep on the pressure. That sparks a 3-on-2 the other way for Florida, and this is a goal that Kulak and Skinner are going to see in their nightmares. As Reinhart enters the blue line, the Oilers actually have numbers back to stop this chance, and all they need to do is communicate. This forward stays with his man on the backdoor play. CC is going to take the Panther drive in the middle lane, and Kulak is supposed to flex out and pressure Reinhart. Instead, the game moves too fast, there's not enough communication, and that is a backbreaker of a goal to let in. A shot from outside the dots with no tip in front is one that Stuart Skinner is going to want back for a long, long time. Now down by 1, Connor McDavid...
And still shout out to Skinner, bruh. Still shout out to him, because he still was going crazy. You know what I mean? He only gave up 2 goals. You know? I mean, you know, whatever. But he had a lot of saves as well. You know what I mean? They don't really talk about the saves, especially in the highlights. And now that I'm seeing the full game, I can actually, you know what I'm saying, give a real opinion on what happened. You know what I'm saying? Skinner was still doing good. He was still doing good, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, bro.
And the Edmonton...
I heard, too, in the comments, people were saying, like, Skinner was going to ask for a raise. He definitely should need a raise for sure. I don't know how much he making now, or, yeah, I don't know, but he definitely need a raise for sure.
Oilers essentially have 20 minutes before they go home without a cup. But with a 1-goal lead, it's Florida's support in their own end that allows them to put the clamps on Edmonton. When the Oilers had the puck below the goal line, the Panthers would swarm with numbers to make sure the Oilers stayed outmanned and couldn't maintain pressure. More importantly, the Panthers shut down McDavid by having him attack through layers. Anytime he touched the puck, Florida would have one guy right in his face with a second player squeezing him right off to eliminate his options. When Edmonton trying to force McDavid the puck, the layers of Florida's defense wouldn't even allow him to gain possession. Despite all that, McDavid's off-puck awareness still got him 2 chances that almost changed the entire game.
Nice.
In this whole sequence, Montour is going to try and stay glued to McDavid in front of the net to shut him down. There's just such little space to operate as a superstar player at this junction of the game, but watch him leverage the other battle in front of the net to shake off his man and explode towards the front of the crease. All of a sudden, he's somehow all alone in front in a Game 7, and if you're Florida, you're shitting bricks looking at this scene. Fortunately, Gustav Forsling with the stick check of the century.
It's like he didn't even...
at this scene. Fortunately, Gustav Forsling...
Oh, wait. Did he like block his stick? I ain't gonna lie. That might be 1,000 IQ. Instead of trying to poke check and just poke the puck away, he stopped him from shooting in general. That's WIQ right there. I ain't gonna lie. That's WIQ, bro.
With the
but I don't know. I don't know. And then hold on. Exactly. So what happened with this?
The
right wide open.
Somehow keeps this puck out of the net, and Florida somehow survives the wrath of Connor McDavid. Then again, with under 3 minutes left in the game, it's pretty much a given that the whistles are put away, and you're going to have to fight through hell to get to open space. Both Forsling and Ekblad close in on Draisaitl and McDavid, but again, McDavid pops out of that traffic, goes to the net, and tips one just wide. 2 golden opportunities that could have changed NHL history, but they just didn't fall in. The Panthers hold off the pressure and win their first Stanley Cup in franchise history. What a fantastic series all around. Connor McDavid becomes the second skater in NHL history to win the Conn Smythe on a losing team. He didn't even bother to come out and get the award, and honestly, I don't blame him after the emotion of losing a Game 7 in the Stanley Cup final. Some people disagreed with that choice to make him the Conn Smythe winner because he was held pointless in Game 6 and 7, but this entire run was...
Bro, niggas just always... I bet you every single person in the comments I bet you all of these are Panthers fans. I bet you.
Conn Smythe winner.
I bet you.
Because he was held pointless.
I bet you these are all Panthers fans. I bet you. I bet you. You know what I'm saying? Now, only other MVP, who would you give it to? Bob? He's the only other MVP. You know what I'm saying? And he sold. The last 3 games he was selling. So how could you give him MVP? Wait. No, I don't think... Does he get MVP? Or isn't there another award for goalies? Isn't like a whole separate award? So maybe he not even in the question for getting MVP because they have their own little thing. I don't know.
Game 6 and 7. But this entire run was something that we have just not seen in the modern era. 42 points in the playoffs is absolutely absurd. As for the Panthers, even though it took one of the craziest paths to get to this moment, they deserve all of this. Paul Maurice came in and implemented a system and culture that has become infamous with Panther hockey, and it's created a Stanley Cup champion. It took a lot of ballsy trades and some heartbreak, but this team found a way. For the entire team to stay composed after losing 3 straight.
And you see how they got that's how you know they really got carried by Bob. The whole team
found a way.
When they won the game, the whole team sprinted to Bob. Bob didn't even look. Bob couldn't even get out of his position. He's still in the same exact position. Now he's behind the blue. You know what I'm saying? The whole team. And honestly, you can't even blame him because Bob, hey, bro, Bob, bro. Bob. I really want to call him Rob because he was robbing the Oilers this whole time. You know what I'm saying?
Stay composed after losing 3 straight and get back to what made them so great speaks volumes of the trust in not only the coaching staff, but in each player. Overall, this was probably one of the best Stanley Cup finals I've watched in my life. It was the perfect send-off for a season that was just complete chaos from start to finish. It's been an absolute blast covering it all for you, and the amount of growth that we've seen on this channel since the season started has been unbelievable. Back in October, we were at 58,000 subscribers, and now we're at 170,000. It all started 2 years ago with a terrible William Nylander breakdown done in my bedroom, and because of all of you, it's grown to this point. So thank you all for supporting the channel. It means the world when making these videos. We also got tons of off-season content planned as well, including deep dives, team and player breakdowns, along with so much more. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. And
yeah, make sure you subscribe, bro. Look, bro, this is tough. Okay, this is tough. So we gonna start doing videos like this. Like when we did the hockey game Sparked the Riot, the back in the day, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? We gotta learn about all the major events that happen in hockey, the history of hockey. So that's why I said let me know in the comments. Anything y'all want me to see, I got y'all. I love y'all.